The night of October 26, 2014, remains etched in South African memory. The national goalkeeper Senzo Meyiwa lying mortally wounded in the home of his partner, Kelly Khumalo's family residence in Vosloorus, Gauteng. Over a decade later, the questions persist. Who pulled the trigger, why, and perhaps most hauntingly, why are some voices in the house that night yet to be fully heard? Khumalo was present in the house that night. Also with her, her mother, Ntombi Khumalo, her sister, Zandile Khumalo, Meyiwa's friends, Khumalo Madlala and Thokozisi Thwala, and one other guest. Several armed men entered, what was initially described as a robbery but has since shifted, in some quarters, into the realm of contract killing. The complicated tapestry of that evening is still being woven. In recent months, Meyiwa's mother, Ntombifuthi Meyiwa, has gone public with a deeply emotional appeal. Tears in her voice, she addressed Ntombi Khumalo directly. "You were in the house. What do you talk about when your daughters gather? Why are you silent when we still don't know how our child died? Mama, you want to die without telling how my child died?" she asked. The sadness is palpable, a mother waiting for answers, for acknowledgement of pain, for truth. The message is not just to the persons present. It echoes for a society seeking justice. Meanwhile, the state's case in the High Court in Pretoria continues against 5 men accused of Meyiwa's murder. But one conspicuous absence. Kelly Khumalo is not being called as a witness for the prosecution. In July 2023, the prosecutor confirmed that she would not be called. Why? Prosecutors insist it's their prerogative whom to call. They say there may be strategic reasons. Onlookers ask, does non-attendance of someone present at the incident weaken public trust? Indeed, journalistic sources quote an insider saying that Khumalo might be charged later, but not now, suggesting the state is reserving its options. The same reports highlight that there is no electronic money trail linking her to payments allegedly made to the accused. iReport South Africa, 4. The suggestion of cash payments, the absence of bank records, the complexity of cell phone evidence, they all combine to show why the trial is taking so long. A decade later, the truth is still creeping forth. Khumalo herself has made public remarks. In a recent interview, she said she doesn't have hopes for rubbish when asked whether she believed justice would be served. Briefly. 5. Her sister Zandi has meanwhile taken to social media to assert her siblings' innocence, saying, "I never lied under oath. I was never part of any planning or masterminding." But the pain of the waiting family remains. Meyiwa's mother said she no longer attends court proceedings. She cannot bear the sight of weeping people, yet the truth remains hidden. She asked pointedly, "Why are you causing so much pain by staying silent?" The question hangs, not just over the Khumalo household, but over the wider justice system and society's expectation of closure. The absence of Kelly as a witness has raised questions in the courtroom and in public discourse. Defense counsel has requested that she be singled out for testimony, but was told no. The state says it will not be pressured. The defense argues that her testimony is material. She was in the house when the event occurred. She has knowledge that could be vital. The prosecution counters that they must make strategic decisions about whom to call in building their case. The tension is emblematic of many long-running trials, the gap between legal strategy and public expectation. The broader human story here is one of loss, waiting, and the limbo of unanswered questions. A public figure, a national sports hero, a night of violence, and a family home that for years has been under scrutiny. The mother's plea, "You know how much Senzo loved his family. You just sitting there quiet," is a stark invocation of accountability. On one hand are legal maneuvers, on the other, raw grief. What does this tell us about justice in South Africa? It suggests that even when cases attract public attention, the path to resolution is traversed slowly, burdened by evidentiary complexity, institutional constraints, and human silences. When key persons choose not to testify, whether for legal strategy or otherwise, the perception among the mourners and the public can tilt toward frustration. The Khumalo family's choice to stay present, but mostly silent in this regard, only deepens the puzzle. And yet, while the legal system threads its path, the larger truth looming over all involved is moral and existential. The memory of a young man lost, a mother waiting for answers, and a country demanding coherence between public accountability and private tragedy. The interplay between the celebrity world, Kelly Khumalo a major public figure, and the tragedy of Meyiwa, adds a layer of public fascination and media intensity that can obscure the human core of the story. In the end, perhaps the most visible absence is not of a witness in court, but of clarity for a bereaved family. Until each piece of the puzzle is laid on the table, the witness accounts, the financial flows, the motivations behind that night, the sense of justice remains incomplete. And for the mother who still asks, "Why are you sitting there quiet when you know what happened?" the waiting continues.